Yo, check it. All right, fam, what is up? This week is going to be absolute madness. That is all I can say about this week. We're going to hop right in the charts, facts, and data because we have possible rate cuts. We're going to be talking about that, how the overall market will be affected, how it will affect AMC and GME, and much, much more in this video. Technical levels. Let's go ahead and waste no more time and hop in the charts, facts, data. Let's go.
All right, what is up? You are back for another video with Datazero. This is your weekly outlook and prediction. This video is not financial advice. We got on our absolute madness tee. Check out the merch store because this week is going to be absolute madness. Ladies and gentlemen, we have so much going on. Let's hop right in. This video is not financial advice. I dropped a short video trying to explain what is going on because we have so many different things happening this week. But let's break it all down right now. We're going to be hopping right in with GameStop. So there's a few things I want to point out with GameStop that are concerning, alarming, good news, and bad news. We're going to get to it all right now, technicals and fundamentals. Let's break it down. 4.2, you can't see because of the camera right there. I'm just going to move it up. 4.2 million short shares available to short for GME stock. So they are loaded up on short shares expecting a move. Normally when we see short shares get piled up like this, that means they're expecting a move to the upside. Now GME recently got pushed down with signs of dilution. This could be a way that GME could profit off of a move if it goes up. Maybe they are expecting this to happen, but it seems like somebody's expecting a move, and I'm going to give you some more instances on why I believe that somebody's expecting a move. When I say somebody, I mean market makers, maybe insiders. People are expecting a move for GME stock. Now you can see also open interest absolutely exploding on the call options. You can see right here is the open interest. The green line is the call option, open interest. You can see it's absolutely exploding. We had several explosions here previously. This is when GameStop ran. So this is when GameStop ran to 30. This is when GameStop ran to like 45. And this is when GameStop ran to like 60 bucks. We all remember that. It was recently GameStop ran like 600%. And then we've been in this kind of consolidation after having those two smaller rallies, one to 45 roughly, and then one to about 30 roughly. So you can see that call options absolutely exploding, open interest to the call side. So somebody is expecting a move for GME. There's a ton of calls for GME. Right now, I went and looked at the put to call ratio. Put to call ratio is still bullish for GME. Go ahead and put in GME put to call ratio, but it's not as bullish as it was last week. So there are people loading up slightly on puts. You can see that we have a put to call ratio of 0.50, which is a bullish put to call ratio. So somebody is expecting a move. Ton of call options here lined up for GME. Also, they are piled up on short shares. Now, we haven't really seen cost to borrow move too much. You can see that the volume is increasing. So you can see these white bars. That's the volume of shorting. We can see that's increasing, but cost to borrow is kind of creeping to the upside, but not much. We want to see that cost to borrow go higher. The reason why GME's cost to borrow is low is because liquidity is relatively available right now, as they did recently dilute on GME stock, and they are announcing more dilution. So right now we can see that having an effect on cost to borrow. In the long run, it does take more short shares for them to do damage when the float gets bigger, but dilution is the exact opposite you want for a short squeeze. So we want to see these cost to borrow levels shoot up. If you do see cost to borrow shoot up, that's a sign that a move could be happening. You can see last time cost to borrow shot up was like about 5.6, 5.15. Those are all times when GME had those big pushes to the upside. If we go ahead and just rewind time and go in the daily chart, you can see around 5.6, 5.15. That's when we had that big move to the upside, running about 500 to 600%. You can see that here on the bottom of your screen. So if cost of borrow does shoot up, that's a sign that GME could be making a move. So that's something you can watch at home or here on the channel to keep track of. So we want to see cost of borrow go up, but that is some things interesting for GME as far as the fundamentals are concerned. Briefly going over AMC's data, AMC cost of borrow at 1.78% right now, and AMC short shares relatively low. You can see that they only have 850,000 short shares for AMC, so not a lot of ammo for AMC. So AMC could see a little bit of bullish pressure, especially if we don't see them try to pile up on shorts. But the reason why they do have a lot on GME is I think they are expecting a move, and we could be seeing a move potentially because they don't have a lot of ammo for AMC, and they kind of work in tangent. AMC and GME, people like to put them as separate stocks, but they run on the same algos. The same people trade them. The same people look at them. They are relatively close to the same, just with slightly different fundamentals, floats, and things of that nature. So that's some fundamental data for AMC and GME. Let's go ahead and move into the technicals for GME, what we can expect here on Monday, and also what we could expect for the rest of this week, and then we'll move into AMC. So GME right now, we had a big push to the downside as they announced dilution, 20 million share dilution. Right now, I think GME is trying to find a bottom. So that's what I'm focusing on right now is, can GME hold $20? I'm going to remain bullish unless GME were to lose $20 and use that as resistance and start moving to the downside. I'm remaining bullish every time GME comes down to these lows. As far as right now, after we made this run, we've gotten bought to the upside. So we came down to these lows here, got bought up. Came down to the lows here, got bought up. Wick down here, got bought up. So I'm thinking it's going to get bought up again. Right now we're in the bearish period on the weekly time frame. Once this goes green again, that's going to give us a nice push back to the upside. Now, what's really unique right now about GME is that we were in green daily MACD, so we could quickly flip that back to the upside if we did get a nice move to the upside. I'm thinking GME could get a potential move to the upside because RSI was relatively low, so you can see that people were stepping in the buy. You can see that the MACD is curling up here on the 4-hour time frame. On the 2-hour time frame, you can see that we've gotten green MACD, RSI starting to trend up. That's letting me know that momentum is building. I think what we're doing is building a bullish base around this $19.50, $20 level, and then we're going to push up to fill this gap. So you can see that we left a massive gap here on the daily time frame after we got that big move down. I think what we're going to be doing this week is filling that gap, and we could quickly change this MACD back to green and see bullish momentum come back in the GME, and I think that's what they're worried about. I think the shorts want to try to pile on the GME while it's down. But right now they have it down at a lower price and they want to try to push it down, or they're expecting a move because seeing that many call options, that is big money, okay? That's a large amount of money. So most likely that's institutions, or it could be retail, but it would be a very, very large group of retail, but it would still have to be institutions mixed in there. So most likely this is institutions stacking call options. So somebody, market makers, short sellers, are possibly expecting a move on GME. Could it be this gap fill to the upside? Because that is a decent move. Could we get some momentum off of that? We need to find out. So that's what I'm looking for this week. Can we break above the key levels of 2108 and start filling this gap fill? In order to do that, we're going to need to continue to hold the key level of 2044. What I think we're going to be doing here on Monday is coming down, retesting that as support in the morning, and hopefully holding that and then pushing up towards this 2071 support and resistance. That way we can work up towards this 2108 gap fill. Now the gap fill goes all the way up to 2314. So I do think GME will be coming up to fill this gap at minimum. Okay, so I think GME is going to get a recovery, come up to fill that gap. But honestly, I think that once the dilution is announced as over, GME is going to see a run to the upside. And then we also have possible rate cuts coming this week, which I'm going to talk about in the SPY section, but it has so much to do with the mid-cap stocks and small-cap stocks like AMC and GME, because if we do get rate cuts, the small-cap stocks are going to explode and the mid-cap stocks are going to explode. So that could cause AMC and GME to see a surge of money coming into it with IWM, because if we get rate cuts, most likely what you would see is IWM absolutely pumping. And you can actually see IWM kind of has been running up since we heard about these rate cuts possibly coming. I dropped some news about that here on the channel. Basically, WikiLeaks or Nikki Leaks, if you don't know who Nikki Leaks is, he works for the Wall Street Journal. He's a journalist. The Fed basically tells him stuff to basically tell the public. It's not directly confirmed, but that's basically what it is. So he's basically an insider to have good articles for the Fed, and he said about a possibly 75 basis point rate cut, which would be absolutely huge. Now, to me, that signals that there's a problem, because that's cutting a lot of the rates really, really fast, and to me, that signals a problem, but I think the market would initially pump off of that news. So I think we would see a big pump to the upside with IWM, which would be good for GME and AMC. So potentially we could see something pop off this week, something crazy. Okay, not only do we have all of these call options stacked on GME, we have all of these short shares. and we have potential rate cuts coming this week. So things are going to be insane. When I say that, please take that to the heart. Things are going to get crazy. Now, what I don't want to see is GME lose this $20.44 level. And I don't want to see GME lose $20. If GME lost $20, I'd have to change my tone, because that means we'd potentially be making another leg to the downside before seeing a recovery. But everything I'm seeing right here is showing me that GME is actually going to recover and go for this gap fill potentially this week. So possibly a bullish week for this week on GME. I am saying green week. That is my prediction. What we could see on Monday is probably retesting that 2044 level and pushing up towards 2071. And then hopefully around Tuesday, Wednesday, start getting that move to the upside. FOMC is going to be on Wednesday, so it's going to be huge. This Fed press conference is going to be absolutely huge, and I'm going to talk about that more on the SPY section. Now let's move into AMC. Show you what's going on for AMC and what I'm expecting for AMC stock based off the charts, facts, and data. So AMC, I'm thinking we're going to come back down and retest 490. So AMC, interestingly enough, has had a little bit of a pullback after breaking out of a decent falling wedge. So you have this falling wedge here. We break out and then we slightly pull back, consolidate, but we're still in this overall uptrend. Now, if we go ahead and look at what's going on TradingView as well, you can see that on TradingView, we are also breaking out of a macro falling wedge. We have these buy orders down here. We've been eating away at these sell orders, so these sell orders are getting weaker and weaker and weaker. Those will probably get eaten through this week, and we'll be able to break above 502. And if we confirm 502 to about 505 as support, you're going to see AMC start to move. You're going to see AMC start to move decently to the upside. Now, why do I say those key levels? Because 502 is a key psychological level, key support and resistance level. And then we have 505, which is roughly where the 50 moving average on the daily time frame is sitting at. We already have this golden cross set up here with this falling wedge breakout, this overall uptrend. We're consolidating after a move to the upside. You see this move to the upside. We're consolidating bullishly. This is very, very bullish for AMC to continue to the upside, using the 200 moving average as support on the macro time frame, which is extremely bullish, breaking above the 50 moving average on the macro time frame, which is extremely bullish, and start recovering to the upside. So like I've been saying, on the macro, AMC is bottoming. This overall downtrend is ending, okay? We've been in an overall downtrend since the big pump in 2021. We've been in an overall downtrend. This is ending because we're finally breaking above the 200 moving average on the daily time frame. We're using that as support, and we're building our bullish base to continue to the upside. Once we break above 505 and use that as support, that's where you could AMC start to really move. Now, AMC is also in a very precarious position because we've been consolidating for a very long time, and if we break above $6, you can see what happens. We absolutely start to pump. Shorts are heavily underwater at that level. Also, it's a major psychological level, major support and resistance level. If you see AMC break above $6 using that support, you're going to see a nice push to the upside, and that is the ultimate goal for AMC. GME you want to see that break above 30, and we'll talk about that once we get closer to $30 for GME. AMC right now is very, very close to potentially breaking and holding this $6 level. As we've been consolidating, building a bullish base, every time we come down, we've been getting bought up. You can see that there's buy orders down here. Somebody's been buying the dip every single time. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been an accumulation range, plain and simple. You have this move up, accumulation range, building your bullish base. You're going to have another move up. The question is when. The question is when. Now, obviously, nothing is guaranteed in the market. This could break down, but everything that I'm seeing here, and I've showed you so many bullish metrics, from the 5-year MACD turning green, to the weekly buy signals, to the green weekly MACD, to the green monthly MACD, to the golden cross, to breaking the 200 moving average. All of those things are confirmation and giving me confidence that the outcome is going to be a move to the upside. I've talked about it on the live streams, how with trading and analytics, you're basically stacking statistics, and all of those things are giving you points and more points and more points and more points. It's absolutely crazy how many bullish things are going on for AMC, and then the numbers for fundamentals are absolutely looking crazy. So Beetlejuice is doing numbers, Deadpool did numbers, we have the Ushers tour. Things are looking great for AMC. Green MACD on the 5-year time frame. Ladies and gentlemen, like, things are popping off for AMC stock. The fundamentals are improving. I'm thinking we're going to see a bullish move to the upside, and I think we're actually bottoming and going to go into an overall uptrend instead of this overall downtrend that we've been in since that 2021 run up. So this is what I'm looking at for AMC. I think we're going to see a green week. I think things are looking good for the future of AMC. I don't think it's really going anywhere, especially after the debt restructuring deal. And I think we could potentially see a move this week because of what's going on in the market. If the Fed gets these rate cuts, you could see an explosion in these smaller and mid-cap stocks, IWM, and that could give us the momentum that we need to finally start pushing to the upside and break out of this overall trading range and accumulation range that we've been in for all of this time. So I'm bullish on AMC right now. I want to see this falling wedge to continue to break out, falling wedge play out. Again, we need to see a break over $6 for things to really get exciting. You want to see volume come in, cost to borrow spikes. Those are things you could look for as well. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, because when this thing does pop off, I go live market hours, so I'll be there able to guide you where the top is, because you do not want to hold the bag on this thing, because when it does go, it's probably going to come back down in a big way. And like I said, you don't want to be holding the bag. So make sure you lock in, because we have opportunities on the market coming ahead. So let's go ahead and go into SPY and show you what's going on with SPY and what I'm expecting. Again, FOMC coming this Wednesday. So here's the data drops. We got stuff on Tuesday, retail sales month over month, which is going to be a decent event. But what's really going down is on Wednesday. Not only do we have building permits, but we have the Fed interest rate decision, okay, which they're forecasting a rate cut. So you can see that they're forecasting a rate cut of only 25%, so 25 basis points. Nikki Leaks is saying we might get up to 75 basis points. Depending on what comes in and what the Fed decides to do is what the markets are going to do. So Wednesday is going to be the big question mark. So what I'm thinking for SPY is we're going to see consolidation on Monday, maybe running to the upside as people start to get excited about this rate cut, so it might start pushing to the upside. So you might see a little bit of excitement, people getting excited, and you might see the rally start to happen based off of that. But I think we're going to see consolidation, maybe a push to the upside Tuesday, but Wednesday is going to be the big question mark. What happens Wednesday? Do we get the rate cuts of 75 basis points, 50 basis points, 25 basis points? It looks like the market has a 25 basis point priced in. So if we got 25 basis points, you really wouldn't see much of a move. But if we got 50 or 75, I think you would see a pop to the upside, which would lead overall in the macro to a move down, in my personal opinion, because I think the market would get excited and then realize, hold on, 75 basis points, 50 basis points is something wrong, did something break, and then that could lead to an overall pullback. Plus, the market being as frothy as it is and overbought as it is, I really don't see us much left room to go anywhere. Like on the monthly time frame, we're overbought. So I think we could have maybe a blow off top, but I don't think we have much more room to go up. And I think we need to see a correction, in my personal opinion. But the Fed interest rates are going to be what determines everything this week. So Wednesday, I want to make that very clear, that Wednesday is very uncertain. If we go ahead and just look at SPY, I was going to draw like a question mark on Wednesday, as I think we'll see either like a rally or consolidation. It looks like we have a sell wall here. So we'll probably see consolidation, and then Wednesday, what happens Wednesday? That's going to be the question. Do we get a big pop to the upside? If we get that 50, 75 basis points, or do we just get a 25 and then maybe even get a move down if it is just a 25, because that's what the market already has priced in. So this is what I'm looking at for SPY. I'm not going to really say red or green week, because Wednesday is going to be what determines that. I do think we will see generally a green week, in my personal opinion. But if something were to happen on FOMC, it could quickly turn things around and things could get crazy. So if you're trading this, be prepared. I'm going to be live. So make sure that you guys are tuning in. I will be live, trying to get predictions as these things unfold. But right now, I think we'll see consolidation Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday is going to be the question mark. what do we get Wednesday? What happens Wednesday? Right now, MACD slightly curling down red here on the 2-hour time frame. We still got decent MACD green here on the 4-hour. RSI is already getting to these overbought territories. So SPY is already running into that problem where it doesn't really have any room to run. It does have a little bit of room on the daily because of the recent pullback. But other than that, it's just looking really, really frothy in my personal opinion. And I really don't see us having much more space left to go. I think we might get a pop from that rally from the basis points, but if other than that, I think we'll be coming to the downside still, in my personal opinion. Now, as far as Bitcoin is concerned, I think Bitcoin could do fairly well, especially if we did get rate cuts. Bitcoin is still considered a quote-unquote risk asset. Also, rate cuts would help weaken the dollar, so Bitcoin would obviously benefit from that. When the dollar goes down, Bitcoin tends to go up in a big way. Bitcoin's in an overall bullish consolidation phase, so I think that Bitcoin is still in this bull flag. If we got those rate cuts, you would probably see a pop above 60K. And if we could use that 60K level of support, we're starting to flirt with the upper level of support and resistance for that bull flag. And of course, if we could break above the bull flag using that as support, then you could see a decent move to the upside towards that 80K level. I'm very, very bullish on BTC. That is very, very obvious. The charts have proven that Bitcoin is bullish. I think this is just another consolidation range before a move to the upside. If you're not in BTC crypto, and this is not financial advice, you probably want to get in before you miss the train, man, because these things are taking off. There's so much opportunity in this asset space, and I think Bitcoin, Ethereum are really going to start shining. We haven't really seen a crazy altcoin season. I think altcoins are going to still pop off, but I really think it's going to start consolidating down. I think that the market is going to start consolidating down into more of the coins that have staying power, in my personal opinion. But you're seeing a whole industry bloom with the ETFs on crypto. They're maturing, and I think we're going to see continued upside for BTC. So I think this is a consolidation range, overall bull flag here on the macro, and I think we're going to see a push up. You see green daily MACD right now, and we're starting to get some bullishness back. If you go ahead and look at basically some of the fundamentals going on in some of the charts, if you look at the rainbow chart, it's basically saying we're in fire sale territory. This is a macro chart showing you basically where the tops and bottoms of the bull runs are. You can see if you would have bought in the purple or the blue, you'd have been buying Bitcoin for extremely cheap. And if you would have sold in the red and the orange, you'd have been selling the top of the bull runs. This is Bitcoin's price action in black. This is called the rainbow chart, and you can see that we're in that fire sale territory, which is where you need to accumulate, and that would go along with that bull flag setup that we're probably going to have a breakout to the upside, and Bitcoin is undervalued even at these valuations at this current time. Also, there's a ton of fear in the Bitcoin market. We can go ahead and check out the current crypto fear and greed, but there's a ton of fear in the crypto market right now, and it's at neutral right now, but there was fear. It was at neutral right now because we had a little bit increase in the price, but it was at fear. But you want to buy the fear. You want to buy the fear. So there was a lot of fear in the crypto market. When others are fearful, that's when you want to be buying. When others are greedy, that's when you want to be selling generally. And you can see there's a lot of fear in the crypto market. And at these prices, that means that this is an accumulation range. So more and more evidence supporting that this is an accumulation range for BTC. And we're going to see another move to the upside. And you'll probably see an altcoin season with that move from BTC because BTC's dominance is crazy right now. This was your weekly outlook and prediction. I know it was a longer one, but it's filled with information that you need to know as a trader and investor. If you want to support the channel in a different way, you can go ahead and check out the merch store. If you want to support for absolutely free, just leave a like and comment down below. I truly appreciate it. You can also subscribe as well. And we do have a merch store. All the links in the comment section and description. I'm wearing some of it right now, but I appreciate each and every one of you because I couldn't be here without all of you. If you made it to the end to see this message, salute you. So few people watch to the end, so leave a like. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.
Alright, y'all, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like. Press subscribe for more content like this. Remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more DataZero updates. The Discord is $75 for a lifetime invite, normally value of $150. Go ahead and hit me up with my email, DataZeroOfficial5, link down in the comment section description below, and ask about the Discord. Once you send the payment, I'll send you the link. It's easy as that to get in. I post exclusive technical news information there, so if you want a market support group with a great community, you can check that out. And I appreciate it if you watch the end of this video because so few you do watch to the end, and that truly helps me out a lot. If you want to help out for absolutely free, you can share, leave a comment, and drop a like, or check out the merch store if you want to support in a different way. I do live stream during market hours, so you can check that out. Hit the like button and subscribe. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.